The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, Luigi Mangione, just received a massive donation to his legal defense after President Donald Trump issued an executive order bringing back the federal death penalty. It convicted of federal murder charges. The 26-year-old could be eligible for the death penalty if they seek it out, which for me, I believe they will. Now, he was arraigned in federal court on 2 counts of stalking, 1 count of murder through use of a firearm, and a firearms offense. He's also facing multiple state charges in New York and Pennsylvania. So, this is the alleged killer, innocent until proven guilty. Now, as a result of Trump's announcement of the lifting of the moratorium on the federal death penalty charge, an anonymous donor gave $11,000 to Mangione's defense fund. The donation is the largest listed on the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. Why? Well, the donor said the death penalty should not be politicized, but they are concerned that it will continue to be given Donald Trump's executive order. Quote, I am also concerned about the severe infringement on the defendant's right to a fair trial and due process, particularly since his juries are effectively pre tainted. Wouldn't be wrong. Now, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, an attorney for Mangione, previously told Newsweek that her client will use this money that is donated to him to fight the cases in the multiple jurisdictions. Luigi is aware of the fund and very much appreciates the outpouring of support. My client plans on utilizing it to fight all 3 of the unprecedented cases against him. The fund has raised currently around just shy of $500,000. So Mangione also released his own statement onto the public website, or I should say to the public on a website managed by his attorneys, saying this, quote, I am overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who has written me to share their stories and express their support. Powerfully, this support has transcended political, racial, and even class divisions. As mail has flooded MDC from across the country and around the globe, while it is impossible for me to reply to most letters, please know that I read every one that I receive. So here's the thing, right? Do I believe that Trump, or at least some people adjacent to Trump, might want to use the Mangione trial if he is convicted in order to, send a message? Absolutely. There's no question about it. Why? Well, it goes down to class solidarity, right? Remember, Brian Thompson was a very wealthy CEO. And one of the reasons he got so wealthy is because he pushed certain changes to United Healthcare's denial of care that denied a lot more care, but made him and the company very, very wealthy. They got a ton of money. Look, United Healthcare was denying about a quarter of all claims that were made. Okay. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's just they see something, denied, 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 denied. You don't actually need the care. Okay. And there are horror stories all across the internet that I have shared before of examples of this denial of care. And now it wasn't just, again, uh, I'm sorry, it's not just a quarter of all claims. So let me fact check myself, right? It's actually a third of all claims, around 31 to 33% of all claims that were denied by United Healthcare. Okay. Now, as for elderly folks on Medicare Advantage plans, that number actually went up to about 90%. I kid you not. This was not by accident. You have to understand that every time these companies deny a medical claim, that means more money for them. Again, the way insurance is supposed to work is we pay a premium into a pool, right? So you get enough people that pay their premiums and it creates this big pool of money so that when somebody needs care to get paid for, that money will come out of the pool and take care of that person. Okay? Pay for a surgery or, for medication. Okay? That's how it's supposed to work. But these executives think, well, wait a minute. We've got this giant pile of money sitting here. why don't we just deny the care and pocket it ourselves? Why not? Who's going to stop us? And so that's the way our system works. That's why for-profit health insurance is a scam. That's why Americans pay more for our health care than any other country in the world, while having, at the same time, worse health outcomes. Okay. So now Trump and his friends, his wealthy friends, then look at that and say, well, that's good business right there. Wow. That's great. And so one of the things in punishing anyone who stands up against that system is, well, we want to make sure that no one questions that anymore. Okay. There's too much class consciousness going on right now. Okay. Look, right after the shooting of Thompson, people on both sides were like, hey, wait a minute. Turns out we are getting screwed over. Maybe the person who did this might have had a point. And again, we don't know that it's Mangione. He's only been accused, right? But there was a time where there was a bit of class consciousness that was going on here. And people were going, whoa, wait a minute. Turns out these insurance companies really are screwing us over. So billionaires, they see that and they want to shut that right down. They consistently would tell the press that, for example, Washington Post, owned by billionaire Jeff Bezos, right? Think about poor Thompson. Oh, he leaves behind a family. His family is, again, sympathized with the loss, right? But as far as their family is concerned, when it comes to monetary stuff, they'll be just fine. But families that have had members of their family denied care, that bankrupted members of their family, and drained their savings, they lost their livelihoods, they lost their homes and all that stuff. When it comes to the money, they're not going to be fine, and they end up also losing their loved one. So think about those families, okay? But the billionaires, they didn't want us thinking about that. Most people were not buying that, and were like, no, actually, no, we're not going to change our opinion here. Yes, we still think that murder is wrong, of course. And that, what he did, we don't approve of it, but we understand why. We understand why, okay, someone would target someone like that, okay, that was bankrupting families through denials of care, okay? So, of course, you have people that want to shut down any of that thought so that we don't consider it, we don't think about it. And one of the ways that they're trying to do it now is to basically silence any stories about it and not talk about the expense of healthcare in this country, how these business practices have not changed. And more importantly, if you do something radical, that the Trump administration specifically is going to come at you with the death penalty. So that sends a huge message. And so do I think that if Mangione is convicted, that they are going to use him to do the maximum sentence on him, the death penalty, in order to send that message? You damn right they will. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shut down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.